Hey everyone, welcome back to Rupees Over Ramen, the show where we talk about animation, creativity, the creative process, and tons of other nerdy stuff. So today I wanted to talk about peace, love, and ramen, which it's kind of like a thing I have on a hoodie that I made, and it's also a place where I like to post music. But it also represents three special important things about me. Peace is one that you're going to first talk about. With peace, I think about meditation, spending time in nature, rest, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're okay. Because I had a time in my life where, especially in college, doing art school, where I was just kind of pushing myself to get the project done, and it caused me to actually get sick because of just how stressed and overworked I was. It was when I was taking a sculpture class, and I lost all of the joy in that process, and it was just a stress and a pain. So peace is something I'm really seeking for right now, listening to peaceful music, spending time outside like I am right now, spending time in nature where you can be at peace. It just is very powerful. And it can be a very meaningful exercise to just go outside and meditate. I've gotten kind of back into that. It has not been perfect, but the days I have been able to do it has been really nice to just sit outside, listen to the birds and the trees, and be at peace. It came from, I was watching this art video, and she was talking about making room for art when you're having working a 9 to 5, and waking up an hour earlier and then setting up these 6-10 minute slots. And I haven't been doing them right when I wake up, but I've been doing them throughout the day, and that's been really cool too. The first one is starting with 10 minutes of reading, then 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of writing / gratitude list, 10 minutes of doodling and sketching, then 10 minutes to go on social media to upload the art that you've worked on, and then 10 minutes to exercise. And I found just starting with that 10 minutes, I've actually spent a lot more time doing those things. With reading, I've been reading a lot more books, and it's been really cool just being able to read some books, reading some The Lost Road from J.R.R. Tolkien, and actually just checked out the Silmarillion. So looked at that a little bit. It is quite the read. It's pretty in-depth. It's like the Bible of Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth. So it's pretty cool. And then meditation, I've just been sitting outside, closing my eyes, crisscross applesauce, just chilling and meditating. And it's brought me a lot of peace and just a lot more understanding and clarity. And then with 10 minutes of writing, I've been doing a lot of fiction writing little short stories, so that's been cool. And then the doodling and sketching, just random doodles, and started to do more stuff digitally, and that's been really cool. But just trying to do those things in a state of peace. And then 10 minutes to upload to social media teaches you you don't have to be on there all day long. You just upload the stuff that you want to upload, stay in contact with people, and then you're done for the day. You don't have to worry about it. And then 10 minutes of exercise. I just went out and walked, and that was really nice. And it was more than 10 minutes. But it was nice just to start being able to do that 10 minutes. And it doesn't matter what order you do them in, but yeah, I'll put a link to the video, or at least the channel that I got it from. It was really cool. And then another thing that was talked about in that video was carrying a little sketchbook with you. I'm still figuring out how to do that because I don't have a little sketchbook, so I just need to buy some little sketchbook, and maybe each day doing a study, studying hands, faces, posing, drawing eyes, color theory, that type of thing. So that's kind of been what peace is like. And then the thing after that is love, and that's something that was really a goal for me this year, was to just live a life more full of love, loving myself and loving others, and just being more true to myself. Like Andy J. Pizza said in his podcast, living your life right side out and being true to yourself, and whatever you are on the inside, being true to that and being vulnerable and just loving more, loving life, being grateful. Writing down things I'm grateful for has helped with that. And just doing work that's more fulfilling, things that I love to do, and to have fun with it, you know? This life is so short, and it's important that we don't just stress out all the time. Like, have fun with it, and you have this one life, and have fun, love it. Spend time doing the things that you love to do and the things that make you happy and bring you joy. And then the third thing from that is ramen, which it's funny because like the podcast is called Rupees Over Ramen, which sometimes I'm like, should I change that? Because it doesn't really say exactly what the podcast is about, but I kind of like that it can just be a variety show of sorts, like can talk about whatever is on my mind or whatever I feel could help someone in their own creative journey. And I actually haven't had ramen in a while now, which is kind of funny. But like ramen it's not just ramen. It represents my love of food and cuisine and cooking. Like I love cooking breakfast and stuff, and just had like an Indian curry that my sister made that was super good. And just enjoying food and experimenting with that and trying out new things and just living life as a series of experiments and as a series of just trying out new things. I love trying out new things, and I love like multiple different kinds of food and trying them out. A lot of like Asian cuisine I like because I'm lactose intolerant, and it's nice having something that usually doesn't have a lot of milk in it, which is super great plus to that. And yeah, I think ramen also represents my love of like Asian culture and Japanese culture and like Studio Ghibli, and just living like a purposeful life, breathing and living and spending time in those moments, I think is super important and can really make a big difference in your life. I have some notes about it. They came from like a Reddit post or something talking about Ghibli, living life, or on Tumblr. And it was just like spending more time out in nature, having hobbies, trying out cooking things, noticing the small things around you, appreciating food, trying to make your own food, being mindful of food, dedicate times to just eating. They say like make yourself a panyo drink with milk and honey, or like the ramen from panyo. Be kind and help others. It doesn't have to be this big thing. Even just smiling and waving at people, just being kind and being your most authentic self, like dressing the way that you would like to, cutting your hair the way you've always wanted, staying confident and true to yourself. It talks about like Kiki, and I'll share a link to this probably. But yeah, and then they also talk about collecting things, which I think like stickers and stuff are really cool. I would like to start making stickers, still trying to figure out the best way to do that. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool. And yeah, with like peace, love, and ramen, these things in my life and what they represent, it really just kind of boils down to being at peace, not taking life too seriously, loving life, loving myself, loving others, and spending time with others, eating food, and just having those good times, with people. I think it's really important that we open ourselves up and live in this life that we have. It's so easy to get like caught up in the world of social media and the internet and lose sight of what's in front of you, because the most important things in this life aren't things, they're people. And yeah, so I've been experimenting with music, did some stuff on like Beatbox and Jumbox, which are like online browser things where you can make little chiptune music. And then I've been doing some stuff on BandLab. So that's been fun. I've been posting those to another YouTube channel called Peace, Love, and Ramen. And it's been really cool to try that out and just kind of do it on my own terms. I talked about on my channel how I want to do more with the indie space, like indie animation and like game development and writing. Right now I'm doing the writing part. I'm gonna try doing some more animation stuff, just learning Blender and learning some game design. Yeah. I think it's just really cool just to be able to, for me, like making art, I see it as like, what would this thing look like as me doing it? Like making a game or writing a book or drawing a drawing of like Aang. Like what would it look like as me doing it? How do I do this thing? And it's just really cool to, or like what does it look like for me to make a song? And it's just really cool seeing like what comes out of that and the parts of me that I put into it. And the quest today that I'm gonna give you, I'm that guy on the road who's like, hey, I got this quest for you if you want to take it. The quest is to be more true to yourself and who you are. And if there's some like creative thing that you've always been wanting to try, to just try that out, or even just to whether it's writing, reading, drawing, cooking, just set aside 10 minutes to try doing that thing and taking a step into it. And I know that there's gonna be some really great things that come out of that. That's gonna be fun. Just to step outside of like the normal paths that you always run and to just try something new. Take that road less traveled by and you'll see a lot of great things come out of it. And I will see you guys later. Peace, love, and ramen.